Hello everybody, I'm Barry Harris with Kaleidoscope News with this YouTube exclusive. This archive segment comes from the early 90s when Mr. Mullin used to run the TV studio. You could hear Mr. Mullin doing the voiceover. This video was used to help television studio production kids learn how to edit and set up their shots. Take a look at this.
Today, we're visiting the IMC classroom in the Interboro High School, a place where all kinds of activity goes on every school day. From classes to laminating, we'll cover them all on Life in the IMC. It all begins right here every morning, usually at the thermal machines over there. Let's get a closer look at those machines. These machines are used by teachers throughout the school to make worksheets and tests for their classes. They produce the images by heat, so they are called thermal machines. These machines can also be used to make transparencies for the overhead and copies. They are probably the most popular machines in the IMC. Many a teacher has rushed into these machines 1 minute before a class and desperately made a transparency or a thermal master. Mr. Mullin must take very good care of these babies. Here's another popular item, the roll laminator. This machine uses heat to coat paper items with a protective coat of plastic. It is only 18 inches wide, so not all items will fit through. This machine has a tendency to wrap plastic all over its rollers if one is not careful. Since it feeds items in using rollers, it has been known to laminate things unexpectedly, such as paper clips, earrings, and even a tie once. If an item does not fit in the roll laminator, you can wrap plastic around it and put it in this large heat press. This is much more difficult to use and more dangerous because a metal plate under the top heats up to 250 degrees. If you touch it, you will immediately get a second-degree burn. Mr. Mullin is one of the few people who can correctly operate the press. Sometimes he is nice and will do a t-shirt transfer for a student, but most of the time he says no. Mr. Mullin keeps many important records in these file cabinets. Catalogs, club vid information, and lots of empty file folders are inside. Now, take a look at Mr. Mullin's desk. Do you suppose he lives like this at home? I hope not. What a mess. It usually looks like this unless an important visitor is coming. Then he cleans it up. His lack of organization is legendary, topped only by Mr. Mobley. Well, we have showed you a little bit of the IMC, and we hope you learned all about its uses. There are many things we could not cover, such as the secret cookie stash hidden in the closets. That will have to wait for another show. Next time, we will be exploring life in the boiler room and discover what the custodians do all day. Until then, remember, it doesn't get any better than this.